Day 55. I ended up having to make this video at night because today's been an extremely busy and exciting day with just so much more news pouring in that I can't quite say yet. But I think one thing I'm about to announce, I just got to check on one thing and then I can announce it. And then I think one other thing too. So next week I'm going to have some really exciting announcements of things that all came when I was doing this meditation stuff. Some really big stuff. I had a meeting with someone this morning and he was talking to me about what I wanted for 2016, and he was just saying, what are all these things you want? And he's such a nice guy, and I really appreciated the notes and thoughts and stuff, and he was talking to me about some stuff, and there were so many things that he did say that I really needed, but there were other things that he said that I didn't want to put any goals to anything. I don't have any goals for next year. When people say, what are your goals? My only answer is to undo the part of me that wants to have goals, so that I can actually access what's trying to come through me. Because something is coming through me that wants to express life in the world. Because more is happening for what I'm doing when I don't have a goal to make something happen. Because when I have a goal, I'm cutting off all possibilities. If I want something here, I can't see the other things that are trying to express through me. So I don't have, even if I had a goal to do a 50,000 seat arena next year, I'd be selling myself short compared to what's happening. In fact, what has come in is bigger than that to me. And it's a different thing. And it's something it's almost like something is trying to be heard through me, and the best me comes through. Like when I talk about the best me comes through when I don't plan it, it's almost like something wants to say something through me. And maybe that's what I really am. I don't know, maybe the real me wants to come through me, and egoic me is just in the way, and I keep holding on to egoic me and not holding on to the real me. So there's something that wants to come through this body that I can't plan. I just got to turn into an antenna. And my goal for next year is only to continually raise the antenna and be more and more connected to myself. I know this sounds crazy. I know this doesn't make sense, but if you've been watching the other videos, it totally does. I think the greatest vision that I could have for myself next year, the greatest thing I could see, even if it was like I came through, I did these events, I impacted millions of people, just all these things, it's nothing compared to what could happen. So the greatest vision I could have for myself is still based on what I can see at the limited point that I believe myself to be right now, which is nothing compared to what I am. So that'd be like asking a caterpillar, what's your goal? And the caterpillar's just thinking, well, what's the greatest thing a caterpillar could do? But that's because a caterpillar doesn't understand that it could chill and just be and eventually become a butterfly. And a butterfly just sitting is probably can do more than the greatest caterpillar. I don't mean one's better than the other, but you can do more if you access the wings that you don't know that you have, if you allow yourself to rest and see what's really in there. So for me, goal setting is not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to have a goal. That is so intellectual to me, to have like my hooks on one specific thing. Instead, I have intention. The intention to be here in the moment and allow myself to receive through my antenna all the different possibilities of what want to come through in those moments. And when they come through, sometimes they come through and they're expressed, and once I express them, it doesn't want to come through that way anymore. Something new wants to come through after it's expressed. So what I know is there's something now that's guiding me that knows what it's doing. It's the thing that just spoke for the last 4.5 minutes and didn't have it planned out. It's the thing that just knows what it wants to do. And the greatest goal I could see is nothing compared to what can happen as I continue to connect to this moment and allow myself to just be someone who listens to this moment. And all the information is there. And it wants to tell me piece by piece, and it won't tell me the next direction until I do the first thing. So sometimes I'll have a feeling and it goes, just make a phone call, let go of that old job, move. And it can't tell me the next thing until I do it. And what people do that are in their head is they want to see like 20 steps right away, right? They even do it with driving. Like, if we're going to go there, I want all the directions right now. And so if I say to someone, write a book, their mind goes, well, I can't see what all the chapters would be. No, just rent the cabin. You don't need to see what all the chapters would be. Like, get out your laptop and allow yourself to write each word as it comes through. Because when you write the first word, the next word will come through. So a GPS is a good example. It just tells you the next direction. It won't tell you the whole thing. So your mind wants to see all of the directions. It wants to see everything you're supposed to do. It wants to see the whole thing, and then it gets overwhelmed and does nothing. But your heart goes, just do this. And you don't know what's going to happen. You don't even know what's unfolding through you. You just do whatever you want, or whatever it says to do, piece by piece. And it's saying, once you do that, you prove that you trust that excited feeling. And it goes, now that you do this, here's the next thing, here's the next thing, here's the next thing. And in the last 55 days, the most exciting thing to me had been doing this meditation 2 hours a day. And I feel like I'm getting rewarded left and right by allowing myself to do this. This content comes through quicker. I'm better at what I do. Really amazing jobs and gigs and opportunities and things are just coming in left and right all the time now. And, we have our January event also. It's totally sold out. Our April event is filling up really, really quick. If anyone wants tickets, come to the April event. It's crazy. So yeah. So know that feeling in your body of the excitement of the next thing to do is all you need to do. You don't need to see the whole thing. If you see the whole thing, you're screwed, actually, because it's too overwhelming. You'll see the whole thing of, I don't want to do any of this. But instead, if you follow the feeling, it goes, just make that one phone call. I got more for you once you do it. Just jump. And your mind will come up with, yeah, but we can't afford it, whatever. It goes, just feel that, jump. We'll take care of the rest. We'll make it so you afford it. Whatever it is. I got all these things to consider. The feeling is a thing. I'll make sure you're taken care of if you do the feeling. And that's what's happened with me. And that's how following your highest bliss can actually lead to a life of real freedom and happiness and more. So, day 55.